Hello, it's Queen Love. It's April 26, 2025. I'm here in South Africa in a suburb called Northcliffe. And I'm at this beautiful Airbnb, which I can share. Ooh, ooh. You see all that? There's a bedroom up there. There's a kitchen and a bathroom. I found myself, after having a deep conversation with someone about the things that I'm probably dealing with on deeper levels, kind of getting into like a bit of a more stagnant place, and how I got myself out of it is what I'm working on right now. So some of the things I've been doing is like avoiding some feelings that I don't want to feel. And instead, I, after a while now, started watching TV. And in watching that TV, I did learn some things about where I am, South Africa. At the same time, I realized I started overwatching TV and overeating. So I was eating some pain, some emotions, and as a form of avoidance. Now, to switch gears, I also think that the environment of comfiness is important, but let it propel you to rest and then also inspire you to move. And so I've found a yoga class that I might go to, and I've also agreed with myself to go on some tours that will get me to walk, that will get me to move, get me to dance, get me to sing, get me to use instruments, and get back in alignment with the reason that I came here. I've also been afraid to feel the feelings and environments as an empath of apartheid, which has been very hard. And I think after seeing the shanty towns, that was another reason that it was like, ooh, this is really hard. Feeling that energy of poverty, of the legacy of colonization, and, you know, things that are just not fair. White supremacy, it just didn't feel good. And so it's like, do I want to feel more of that? Like, I do understand, though, that the people here, regardless of their situation, took it as a way to empower themselves and had to find a way to empower themselves regardless of what was going on and what was happening. And I think that that's the note that I should take from that, not only empowering myself, but the energy of the empowerment of the community and not necessarily fearing the pain. At the same time, if you're not ready to feel emotions, that's okay too. But at that point, find things to get your body to move, to be in nature, to breathe, drink water, eat healthy foods. I definitely just drilled in on the Uber Eats here. I ordered everything vegan I could. I was eating relatively healthy foods, but I was still eating too much portions. So that's one thing. I also think finding ways to connect socially. You know, the whole point of community is not bearing things alone. So there's a whole community of people who are going on tours, as well as, you know, seeing the impacts of apartheid and colonization, but also feeling the empowerment of the people and connecting with community, I think is the most positive thing that I can do. And so that's my journey today, to go on a village tour, to see Soweto, perhaps. I'm definitely committed to the village tour, but also to see some form of nature and the land herself. And animals, you know, I've been around all these animal statues since I've been here. And in doing so, I was like, wow, like maybe the energy I need to be around is the energy of the animals and the nature and plants. I think that's the point. Anyway, this is a blog journal, video journal, about transmuting emotions again, processing emotions and suppressing them, or, you know, sort of pushing them down, or I don't want to say like distracting myself from them because I was definitely still like feeling them, but wanting to inoculate or numb myself from them, I don't think is healthy. At the same time, you know, you have to process things sometimes little bit by little bit, sometimes with a grand release. And that's the process I'm going through now, and in a beautiful place, mind you. It's a beautiful view. In a beautiful view. And I'm going to find somewhere to get my hair done again. So, and from there, I'm going to move on to a new city and continue to be inspired and move through the world in understanding. You know, I want to also say this. I've felt connected to South Africa since I was a kid when I saw Serafina. And I think it's true, what you focus on is what you create. But I also think if there's untapped emotion or unprocessed emotion, that when it gets triggered because you're processing something or facing something, it's also a way of releasing it. So it's not in your vibration at all either. And I think that that's important too, is to face traumas as much as you can handle them, and bit by bit if necessary. And as you're doing so, go through a process of release, whether that's painting, dancing, drawing, writing, singing, to express and create from that place. So, yes. And I think these are important historical and current day impacts are very obvious in Joburg. And then there's also some new and nice developments here too that are very international. It's giving international city. And it's giving that this could be a better life for a lot of people. But for the people who are from here, are all of them living that better life? And what does that better life mean to them? What do they want? And how can they achieve that inside of their own country? So, power to the people, honey. Peace. And power with abundance. Peace. Love yous.